Have you ever wondered how Azure databases power the digital world? Today, we're diving into the world of Azure databases, the silent powerhouses behind many of our favorite digital services. Azure databases are crucial in managing and storing data for a wide range of applications. They offer flexibility, security, and scalability, making them an ideal solution for various digital needs. Let's start with Azure SQL Database, a fully managed relational database service. This service takes the complexity out of managing databases, leaving you more time to focus on designing and implementing your applications. It provides high availability, robust security, and scalability on demand. Next, we have Cosmos DB, a globally distributed multi-model database service for NoSQL data. It's designed to offer low latency, high availability, and elastic scalability, regardless of the location of your users. Now that we know what Azure databases are, let's delve into Azure Cache for Redis. Imagine a data store that dramatically increases your application's performance. Yes, that's what Azure Cache for Redis does. It's an in-memory data store based on open-source Redis, offering high-speed access to your data. But what sets it apart? Its ability to deliver millions of operations per second with sub-millisecond latency. This power elevates the performance of your applications, providing an enhanced user experience. Azure Cache for Redis supports a variety of data structures like strings, hashes, lists, and more. It also facilitates real-time analytics, machine learning, and in-app social functionality, to name a few. And if you're worried about security, rest easy. Azure Cache for Redis ensures data persistence and high availability with replication and failover support. In essence, Azure Cache for Redis is a potent tool. It's not just about storing data, it's about empowering your applications to perform at their peak. With Azure Cache for Redis, high-performance applications are just a step away. Moving on, let's talk about Azure Identity and Access Management. What if you could secure and manage users with ease? Azure Identity and Access Management is the solution. Stepping into the world of Azure, we find two significant components of identity and access management: Azure Active Directory and role-based access control. Azure Active Directory, or AAD, is an identity and access management service that secures and manages users. It's like a bouncer at a club, checking IDs and granting access only to authorized personnel. AAD keeps your data safe by ensuring only the right people get access. On the other hand, Role-Based Access Control, or RBAC, is like a hall monitor, providing fine-grained access control to Azure resources. It's about giving the right amount of access to the right people so they can do their jobs without risking security. Together, Azure Active Directory and Role-Based Access Control make a formidable duo, ensuring your cloud environment is secure yet accessible. Security management is easier with Azure IAM. Now let's explore Azure Monitoring and Management. Ever thought of a comprehensive solution for handling telemetry data? Azure Monitor does that. Azure Monitor is like the pulse checker of your Azure ecosystem, collecting, analyzing, and acting on telemetry data. It's your ticket to understanding what's going on in your applications, networks, and infrastructure. It helps you spot patterns, identify trends, and even predict potential issues before they become problems. And then there's Azure Security Center, your centralized security management system. This is your fortress, your stronghold. Azure Security Center is designed to bolster the security posture of your data centers, providing advanced threat protection. It's like having a dedicated security team watching over your data, warding off threats, and ensuring your peace of mind. So with Azure Monitoring and Management, you get a full suite of tools to keep your Azure ecosystem healthy and secure. With Azure Monitoring and Management, data security is never a concern. But what about development tools? Let's talk about Azure DevOps. Imagine having a complete suite of development tools at your fingertips. That's what Azure DevOps offers. Azure DevOps Services is like a magic toolbox, enabling developers to plan, code, test, and deploy applications with seamless integration and efficiency. It's like having a personal assistant that helps you manage your projects, track your progress, and streamline your development cycle. But wait, there's more. Azure DevOps Pipelines is your personal builder, tester, and deployer. It automates the build, test, and deployment phases of your release pipeline, ensuring your application is always running at its best. It's like having a team of experts working around the clock, making sure your app is built right, tested thoroughly, and deployed smoothly. With Azure DevOps, you're not just developing applications, you're crafting experiences. And the best part? It's all in the cloud, so you can work from anywhere, at any time. Azure DevOps makes application development a breeze. Now let's look at Azure Internet of Things. Ever wondered how Azure powers the Internet of Things? Dive into the world of Azure Internet of Things, or IoT, where connectivity and management of IoT devices are made effortless. At the heart of Azure IoT is the Azure IoT Hub, a managed service designed to bridge the gap between your IoT devices and the cloud. It enables you to connect, monitor, and manage billions of IoT assets, transmitting data seamlessly to the Azure cloud. But that's not all. There's also Azure IoT Central, a software as a service or SaaS solution that simplifies IoT management even further. It provides a central hub for all your IoT assets, making it easy to monitor and manage them from a single unified interface. Whether it's a smart thermostat in your home or a fleet of connected trucks across the country, Azure IoT capabilities ensure they're all working in harmony. With Azure IoT, managing IoT devices is simple and efficient. Finally, let's explore Azure AI and machine learning. Imagine harnessing the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the cloud. Azure makes it possible. Let's delve into Azure Machine Learning, a cloud-based service that empowers developers to build, train, and deploy machine learning models. Its highly scalable, robust framework allows for efficient data wrangling, model training, and deployment. It caters to both novices and experienced data scientists with user-friendly interfaces and advanced capabilities. Now, let's shift our focus to Azure Cognitive Services. This suite of pre-built AI models offers capabilities in vision, speech, language, and decision-making. You can integrate these models into your applications to provide intelligent features, such as emotion and sentiment detection, vision and speech recognition, and language understanding. No need to be an AI expert to leverage these services. In a nutshell, Azure's AI and machine learning services are democratizing the way we use advanced technologies. With Azure AI and machine learning, the future of technology is here. So, those were the core components of Azure services. We began our journey with Azure Databases, exploring the Azure SQL Database, a fully managed relational database service, and Cosmos DB, a globally distributed multi-model database service for NoSQL data. We also delved into Azure Cache for Redis, an in-memory data store designed for high-performance applications. Our exploration then took us to Azure Identity and Access Management. We learned about Azure Active Directory, an identity and access management service geared towards securing and managing users. We also discussed role-based access control, which provides fine-grained access control to Azure resources. We then moved on to Azure Monitoring and Management. We uncovered the wonders of Azure Monitor, a comprehensive solution for collecting, analyzing, and acting on telemetry data from Azure. We also got a glimpse of Azure Security Center, a centralized security management system that fortifies the security posture of your data centers and provides advanced threat protection. Next, we journeyed through the realm of Azure DevOps, acquainting ourselves with Azure DevOps Services, a set of development tools for planning, coding, testing, and deploying applications. We also discovered Azure DevOps Pipelines, a service designed to automate the build, test, and deployment phases of the release pipeline. Our exploration of Azure Internet of Things led us to the Azure IoT Hub, a managed service for connecting, monitoring, and managing IoT devices. We also came across Azure IoT Central, a SaaS solution for IoT that simplifies the process of connecting, monitoring, and managing IoT assets. Finally, we delved into Azure AI and machine learning, where we learned about Azure Machine Learning, a cloud-based service for building, training, and deploying machine learning models. We also glanced at Azure Cognitive Services, pre-built AI models for vision, speech, language, and decision capabilities. These core components collectively constitute the architecture that supports a wide range of cloud services and solutions on the Azure platform. The flexibility and scalability of these components make Azure suitable for various applications, from simple web hosting to complex enterprise solutions. Stay updated with the latest Azure documentation for any changes to these services. Remember, with Azure, the possibilities are limitless.